that first session, it's all nervous, jittery energy where he's, cracking his typical jokes. He can't seem to get comfortable on the couch. And, he basically just kind of freaks out and leaves before they really start talking about real stuff. And then he tries again that second day. And boy, that's that second day. Just like we already talked about, the 3-act structure, introduction.
Yeah.
That second day was harsh, man. That's when all those negative feelings came out.
Well, things got real. And honestly, that's the side of Ted I've been waiting for.
Right.
Ever since, he was really gracious at the end of season 1 when he decided he was going to go ahead and he realized him and his wife weren't working out.
Right.
But you knew the tension that was going to be with his son.
Mm-hmm.
And still dealing with the army men. Because I think we only seen him really once so far this season, and it was with Jamie.
Right.
And the phone call, which we're going to talk about later. One of our viewers actually have a theory with the phone call, which is very interesting. But then started sending him into a downward spiral.
Right.
Because the panic attack happened again, just like it did in the what's it called, the karaoke bar.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's I don't know. I love Ted so much in this show. Seeing him broken makes me almost like him more because he's such a character. But seeing the real side of him, it makes you even like love that character even more, I think.
Or see all sides of them. Typically in a character like this, you only see the sweet stuff. You only see the positive energy. And because we get to see, this is a long form storytelling, we get to see all sides of Ted. He's more of a well-rounded character than just the typical old Ned Flanders stereotype, Well,
we see him sitting at the bar.
Right.
And then, our favorite, Ted Krim makes an appearance, which is awesome.
Trent Krim and both of them. I was thinking May. You were thinking Trent Krim.
Oh yeah, May. Well, it's funny because he holds to his food poisoning thing, and May's like, so, well, not from here.
Yeah, that was funny. And the Trent Krim random appearance was funny too. He was trying to get more out of him as far as what happened on the field when he walked off, but Ted was kind of stonewalling. I'm like, that's all that's going to come out there as far as,
and that's the first time he did that to him. He's always been so open to Trent. I can actually see a full-fledged article coming from Trent about what's going through with Ted. Like when Ted's okay with it, later down, because I feel like he is the first one he truly opened up to on the show.
Right.
I feel like when they did that whole montage last season, when he followed him around, when they went to the school, when they went out to eat, the whole thing, when he finally, broke through to Trent, when Trent was like, I don't think he's going to succeed, but it's not going to make me happy to watch him fail.
What if Trent somehow gets information about Ted's therapy sessions or what's going on with him, and his walk off the field was more than just food poisoning, and he releases a story without Ted's approval or permission? Do you think that's something that would be kind of interesting?
I mean, that would fall right into sports, media. I mean, that's technically that's Trent's job.
Right.
But then what if he got the information and we actually see Trent outside of Ted? What if we see the information fall on his desk and you see the internal struggle with him, knowing that he likes the guy and, going
he's
through
rooting for him.
Yeah, he's rooting for him. I think he actually likes him.
Yeah.
But then there's also this, sitting down with a psychiatrist isn't something that is mental health is in the forefront.
Yeah.
So does he want to drag him through the media for that?
Especially, if they get into a run where they're losing a few games in a row, the town and, Richmond, the fans and the town that they live in, it's already kind of back and forth. Like if they're winning, they're way behind you, but if you're losing, it's like push you out the door, right?
Yeah, they want to like Ted. You can tell they want to like Ted.
They want to like Ted. They want
to win more.
But if they're on a losing streak and they find out that Ted's got some sort of inner turmoil and struggle, they'll be calling for him to get the hell out of there.
Yeah.
So that could bring some, like we said, we're always speculating as far as what the heck could happen within a season.
I love the show for the fact that we can actually do that. And it's not out of complete left field speculation. It's things that they can legitimately do. It's
Right.
just sometimes they decide that they're going to go a different angle with it. We're just going with the most fun we can figure out.
I think it's because they drop these little character moments. They drop these little scenes with like this one, for example, where Ted's sitting at the bar with May and Trent. There's really not a ton of point to that scene, but maybe it's just enough to introduce something a little bit later.
Yeah, they're setting things up for the future.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, check this out. I think that Nate will reveal it to Trent later when he's angry with Ted.
Oh, see, that's very
Because
that would be great.
that would fall right into something leaking out of the team. Who's the
Yeah.
leak?
Right.
Oh,
That would be. You think I'm mad at Nate now, boy?
Yeah. That could you imagine what would happen if Beard found out?
Oh boy, that would not good. That's high drama.
Yeah, we'll be going from lighthearted comedy to high drama. Yeah,
That's Empire Strikes Back stuff. That's Lando Calrissian.
Lando, that's hilarious.
I mean, yeah, boy, hey, good call, Mater. As far as it makes sense as far as tying two storylines together too, right? I mean,
Yeah.
that makes sense as far as Nate's progression this season. So, wow.
But we kind of gotten off of Ted and Sharon here a little bit. I mean,
I know. So that second session, that second day, he storms out. He's mad, and he really offends Sharon. And the next day, he comes in because he doesn't quit, and he's once again he's kind of awkward and joking again, but she sets him straight right from the get go.
And then this interaction takes place here.
So you think I'm scared, huh?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Maybe I don't want to learn the truth.
Ted, the truth will set you free. But first it'll piss you off.
Well, then maybe your new nickname should be the truth.
Well, I can't be your mentor without occasionally being your tormentor.
Ooh, I like that.
I knew you would.
I knew.
Yeah. I liked it too. Mentor torment. It was kind of funny.
That's awesome. And I like when he was interacting with her and he was being real with her. You can see the emotion in her eyes. She didn't say a word at one point. You can see the acting without saying a word.
Right.
Like almost coming to tears because she knows she's breaking through, probably through to one of the most difficult people that she's probably had any type of interaction with. Right. Because of that fight and flight, reflex that he's mastered both of.
Yeah.
So I think it's great for her.
I like that, they had the storyline. They had this 3 days that he barges in, barges out. But it doesn't feel like this is the end. Like, it doesn't feel like, oh, well, Ted's going to be okay now. Or this just feels like, honestly, it feels like the beginning. It feels like we're going to get more scenes with his sessions with Sharon.
They got to address him being away from his son. They got to address his divorce.
Right.
They got to, there's a few things they've got to address because they've already given them to us.
Right.
So if he's now with her, they've got to go ahead and they can't just sweep it under the carpet like they did when changing from Dubai Air to, the banter. I mean, that's, I don't think anyone would be okay with that.